All right. How's
All
everybody
right.
doing out there? Hey, Sean.
What's up, Tom? How you doing, man?
Good? You ready to get going?
I sure am. Yeah.
Oh, I got to mute my computer here. How's everybody doing out there? Hey, Sean. Nothing like a delay. So, we're starting off a little differently tonight. But we are about to begin, folks. Thanks for joining us for the very last of the Irish Night of Blue live stream concert series, at least for 2020 and probably for a lot of 2021. We will be back on February 3rd for Hornpipe Night the 4th. You don't want to miss that. I'm going to send out some emails shortly and start getting some people on board for that. We'll probably just have a big Zoom call with a bunch of musicians on it, and everybody take a turn playing hornpipes for the night. So if you're interested, go ahead and send me an email now if you're in the know and local and know how that works. Otherwise, if you want to be on it, I'm sure I'm easy to find. Let me know, and I'd be happy to hook you up. But tonight, we're very happy for our last show to be here with a great musician currently in Detroit, Rock City, Mr. Seán Gavin. How are you, Sean?
I'm doing great. Thanks for having me. Happy New Year, everybody. I hope everybody had a good Christmas and a few days off. Took it easy on the sauce and all that.
Yeah, happy holidays and happy New Year to everybody. One more day left in this incredibly crappy year. I hope the next one is looking better for everybody. So far, it seems like it might be heading in that direction at least, and that's the best we can hope for. But we still got to get this pandemic thing under control. I think it's hopefully the vaccines are rolling out, starting to happen. So let's all be positive and be nice to each other for the last 6 months or so of our quarantine and all that stuff, and maybe we can all be back together again before too long at Blue and all the other little places across the country that put on good live music and see each other in person like it should be. But for now, this is what we have. We're going to go out on a high note tonight. Sean's joining us from his lovely little house, and I'll have a special guest later on. I'll leave that surprise for him later. And plenty of music for you in between. Let us know you're there on the chat. Say hi. I don't know if Sean can. I don't think Sean can see it, but I'll relay it to him if it's really funny at the halftime.
Or if
And
anybody requests a good tune. As long as it's a good tune. I don't want to hear no whiskey in the jar or none of that.
yeah, you won't hear those if they're coming through me anyway. But we'll be back in a little bit to chat later on. For now, if you're ready, sir, go ahead and take it away.
Sure. Yeah. Well, maybe I'll start with a couple jigs. Actually, no. I'll start with a couple of reels. So here's two tunes that I always enjoyed playing on the flute, and I always think of Kevin Henry when I play these two. The first one is Lucy Campbell's, and then Last Night's Fun is the second one. Kevin used to play those two together, and they're great, two great tunes, and it's kind of a tricky switch. Used to get people in the session sometime. Keep playing Lucy Campbell's, and everybody else is playing Last Night's Fun. But anyway, I'll try them too. So there you go. There's a couple of reels for you. Need a drink after that one. Oh. Well, I'm not sure if anybody's watching or if nobody's watching, but I'll play the same tunes either way. So if anybody is watching and has some tunes that you'd like to hear, you can let Tom know and maybe he'll send over the message. But in the meantime, you're stuck with my selection here. So maybe I'll try a jig for you. 2 jigs. The first one is one, I think it's called the Creola Turf. And there's a lot of nice versions of this one floating around. This one is I kind of associate with Tommy Peoples, the great fiddle player from Donegal who lived in Clare for a long time. And then the other one is called the Monaghan Jig. And it's a lot of great recordings of that one. But I learned this first from Lawrence Nugent, who's a great flute player from Fermanagh. Lives in Chicago. Larry taught me a good bit when I was a kid, and this tune was one of them. But Patsy Toohey recorded it in Coleman and lots of other people. There was a lot of good recordings of this one, so I'll try them too. So there you go. I think I went into a bit of the gold gray goose or something there for a second. All them long jigs, all them long E minor jigs are the same. No, I'm just kidding. But that's the Monahan and the Creel of Turf. I'll try something different for you now. Maybe I'll try a slow air. This is one called Rocking the Cradle, and it's a song. This version comes from the playing of Paddy Taylor, who was a great flute player, lived in London, and yeah, there's a lot of nice versions of this one, but you can look up the lyrics online. I think there's an Irish language version of it, or I think that's the original version, but I think it's at Ulster. They sing it in Ulster a lot, or that's the version I've heard of. I think of David Hammond and a few other versions of it anyway, but well, I haven't played it for a while. It just popped into my head. So I hope you like this one. Yeah, it's a nice air. That one's on "The Boy in the Gap," I think is the name of the tune, or the name of the album rather. Patty Taylor, "The Boy in the Gap," he recorded it on that one. It's a great album, just solo flute, and I think there's some Bowron on there. Maybe I'll just give that one a try. "The Boy in the Gap." I have another little flute here. Maybe I'll try this one out. This is a carbon fiber flute there that I played. I've been playing a good bit over the last few years. Carbony Woodwinds is the company that makes them, and they're good fun, and they're tough, so you can give them a good smack, or anybody comes to the door who you don't like, give them a wallop. Yeah, so I'll play "The Boy in the Gap." There's "The Boy in the Gap," and then the other one is "The Sailor on the Rock." It's another great flute tune. Maybe I'll try a couple hornpipes or something a little different now for you. Okay, here's one. Here's a set that a great flute player named Eddie Cahill recorded on a record called Ah Shirley. Kevin Henry used to call them shottishes. They're sometimes get played like reels. They're kind of a bit similar. I don't know what the difference is really, but there's slightly kind of shorter phrases, I guess. And this is a couple. Kevin used to play these as well. The Primrose Lass, and then Green Grow the Rushes. So I'll try those two for you. There you go. I threw one on in the end there. I'm not sure what it's called. I did know one time. I think it's something to do with there's a dance they do in Donegal. Something Magoo, I want to say. Something like that. Anyway, it's very similar to the tune that they play for that. But that version comes from a recording of a flute player from East Clare named Joe Ban. I'll drink to that. Okay. Maybe I'll play another set or two, and then I think we're supposed to do an intermission. So I'm not sure if we should do that. I imagine Tom will let me know, but... Okay, I'll try a couple reels, and I think we'll take a break after that to chat for a minute. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. But the first one I was just reminded of the other day. It's one that I learned from Devin Shepard, who's a great fiddle player from Chicago. I play with in a band with Devin called Bua, and we're actually working on a new album that should be coming out pretty soon. I've been saying that for a few years, but I think I mean it this time. And let's see, what is this one again? Oh yeah, In and Out the Harbor. I think Devin learned it from a recording of Brendan Mulvihill, or maybe he learned it straight from Brendan Mulvihill, who's a great fiddle player from who lives in Baltimore. So I'll try that one, and then it's another tricky kind of a switch, but I'll try the Merry Sisters of Fate after that. I might mess it up, but I'll pretend like I didn't. All right, I don't think I screwed it up too bad.
All right, sounded good to me.
Thanks.
Yeah, I heard you before. I just kept thinking you were going to go jump into a set, so I held off for another set since we're a little late starting.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking. I figured it now about halfway. We're about halfway now, I think.
Perfect timing. And no hurries. You know, we don't have to stop. We're on the internet, so time doesn't really matter. Thanks, Sean. Thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. Sounds great. Nice tunes.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for having me.
You got to play some pipes, right?
Yes. Yeah. Saving that for the second half.
I'm just teasing. On any instrument, it's always a pleasure to have you. Here's some really good ones in there too. I was thinking as you were talking, like the amount of contact you've had with, great players from the previous generation is kind of amazing. Between Larry, Kevin Henry, who you spent a lot of time with, and your first teacher was Al Purcell, another great man. You've had a lot of luck out there in the Midwest, hooking up with some of the greats of the music.
Yeah, well, for sure. Well, that's our tradition. Yeah, you got to learn from the old people. That's what the old people say.
uh,
But I'm really though I learned from those people, sure, but I learned mostly from my father, Mick
yeah,
Gavin, and my brother Michael Gavin, and my dad plays the fiddle in the box and would have been traveling around playing a lot of music, and those were all his like friends that he used to take me to learn from. So.
yeah, which is a great plus to have. I come from an Irish family, but it was more Wolf Tones records and drunken sing-alongs than anybody playing.
Yeah,
My
well,
grandfather
that's
played, but
that has its place too, for sure. I mean, I spent a lot of my childhood in the Gaelic League in Detroit, hearing a lot of ballads and things like that, and
yeah,
you know,
yeah, it's all good. It's all part of it.
yeah, I think it used to be a little bit less, used to be kind of more of the one thing, whereas now it seems like it's different things, but I think it used to not be that way so much.
Yeah, I think you're right. And maybe that's bad. Maybe it's just the way it has to be. I don't know. But I agree. I might listen to the old people. I might be biased because I'm becoming closer to one every day. But but they're right a lot,
Yeah,
especially
well,
about
it's
this
interesting.
music.
When you learn from really older people, then they learned from older people. Well, then you're kind of tapping into stuff that's a lot older than you then at that point.
Yeah, and who knows how many things are directly. I thought about that often, taking lessons from Bill Ox in New York, who was a great teacher as well, a great piper, who had spent time, with Seamus Ennis, and Willie, and a few other people, and taking lessons from people like that, and then more extensively from people like Tom Standevin, and that's a common thread between him and Tim Britton and Tim Hill and a few others. I don't know if Tim Hill actually ever took lessons from Stan Evan, but in that vein anyway, and from Philly.
Cool.
And it's interesting. It's like a bloodline thing. You're only three steps removed from Seamus Ennis or whatever.
Yeah,
Um,
it's a very humbling thing.
right. If only I could play that like that. But hey,
Well, just the idea that this stuff has been around a lot longer than either of us, and it'll be around long after we're gone. So it's kind of
yeah,
like that's a good
we can hope.
that legacy.
That's why we're doing this stuff anyway. And you got a new project coming out soon. It's been in the works for a while, but finally coming around to release for Bua.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah, we have. It's been recorded for a while, but it's just now it's being mixed. It's almost done, and that'll be fun. Hopefully, to be out, by maybe end of February, beginning of March, around that time potentially.
Conveniently timed.
Well, I mean, not
Good
really.
time to release an Irish record.
I said that last year too, so we'll see. But, no, it should be fun. We've been working on it over the last few years, and it's been a learning experience. And I got a couple of new sets of pipes since the time we made the last album. I've got a flat set from Seth Gallagher that I got from my good friend Pete Fleming in Minooka, Illinois, and then a Rosum set that belonged to Al Purcell.
Right.
And
That's the one
so,
all the other pipers want to kill you for.
yeah, well, my house is
Just
well
kidding.
guarded.
We're not that violent. But yeah, Sean has kind of a legendary Leo Rossum set, probably made in the 50s, probably early 50s.
Yeah, exactly. Yep.
So pretty much the holy grail for this instrument, and something we want to get our hands on at one point or another. But Sean was gifted him by his original teacher, Al Purcell, who was a very influential piper in the Midwest.
Something like that. Something like that.
Something like that.
They kept them in the family actually for a long time until all of Al's grandchildren were all grown up, and so just in case one of them might want to play or something like that. So then I got them maybe, geez, it must be almost 4 or 5 years ago now at this point. I can't
Cool.
even remember. It's all blending together. But anyway, yeah, I'll play a few tunes on those for you next.
Okay. Take a couple minutes first to. I guess we're not going to have anybody from Blue show up. I thought they might be here tonight, but I sent them the link kind of late, so no fault there. But they're shut down. I think this is the last show for Blue for the year as well, but they'll be coming back again in January with their streaming shows, and they are planning on holding in there, folks. They're going to make it for the duration. The owner, Therese, is starting a new business, actually, which is pretty scary in the pandemic, but Therese knows what she's doing. So I think it might be a good thing for Blue. Hopefully it'll help her get through a tough time. And we want to be back there again. So I just put the link for Sean's PayPal just before I started talking here into both the YouTube and the Facebook page. I'm going to go ahead and put it again on Facebook because people are making comments and it disappears too fast that way. So now's the time, folks, if you want to show Sean how much you love him and appreciate his music, do it with cold hard cash, because that's what means the most, especially during these times. A lot of players, especially for Irish music and, you know, less commercial types of music, I guess I could say, people really rely on gigs, going out and playing live and selling their CDs live to make a buck and keep going. Normally that's enough. These days that's very hard to do. So we've been talking over some of the weeks about how resilient the Irish crowd is and how everybody's kind of pivoting and doing online lessons and doing online concerts where they can and doing whatever they have to. And I really appreciate that about the community. It's definitely a self-starting kind of community. So we're glad to hear that, but at the same time, we'd like to make it a little bit easier for everybody as much as we can, and that's why we're here. So click on the PayPal link on Facebook and YouTube. If you're over 50 and YouTube challenged like I used to be, you can copy the link and put it into your browser, and then that should work. Paste that in and give Sean some money. We would love for you to give him some money. Please be generous and give what you can. If you can't afford anything and you just came to watch and you're having a hard time, that's fine too. We're very glad we're here, and we're very happy to have.
If you don't like the music,
yeah, if you think he sucks, then don't give him anything. That's fine. That's totally fair. I don't mind saying that because I don't think we're going to get too many of those. There's always a couple. You know who you are. But
well, I've been lucky to do a lot of teaching and whatnot online, you know, since the world all shut down. So, yeah, I'm
not totally foreign to you.
No, but I'm happy. It's nice to be playing a few tunes again, and
yep.
So I might continue doing that now for a bit.
Okay, so once again, folks, hit up the links, and if you have a little bit extra and you can afford a little more, there's going to be a link in there a little later for Blue for the venue. They could use your help as well. We've been getting them a little bit here and there as we go through, and I know for a fact it's been helping a lot. So keep that up if you can. This is the last show we're going to do for 2020. We have February 3rd booked in 2021 for Hornpipe Night, and that's also the 15th anniversary of the Irish Night series at live in person at Blue. So we're going to do something that night, and nothing else is planned right now. So who knows if we'll come back. Hopefully it'll be in person next time we see you all. But I really appreciate everybody who's joined us, all the new people that subscribe to the YouTube page. I feel like I just got you all on board and I'm letting you down now, but that's okay. We may get inspired to do something more in the last few months of the pandemic out there too, of the quarantine. But thanks for joining us, everybody, and being good sports about it. Thanks to Blue for keeping us on all of their materials, promo stuff, and keeping us in mind, and the nice words they've been saying about us as well. And thanks especially to all the artists who've come and shared some time with us. It's been a long year. We started these regularly in August, and I think it's really helped me at least kind of keep on track and have something to do every week and a little something to look forward to. Now I'm looking forward to taking a little rest, but really appreciate everybody who came to watch the shows and all that stuff. So just wanted to say that. Wish you all a very happy holidays and a happy new year. Hopefully tomorrow night's a great night for everybody. Be safe, stay home, don't go to big parties and all that stuff, but wear your masks. But I hope you have fun no matter what you do, and I hope you're with people that you care about. So without further ado then, I think we're ready. Sean, if you want to take it away again for the second half.
Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it sounds good. I'll start by playing some notes to tune the instrument too. Alrighty, I'll start with a few jigs. Yeah, I'll try Yeah, here's two jigs. The first one is Paddy in London, and this version comes from the fiddle playing of John McFadden, who was a great fiddle player from Newport, County Mayo, and Chief O'Neill's favorite fiddler, who lived in Chicago, and it's got a nice third part to it, which hopefully I'll be able to remember. And then I'll try another one after that. That's another connection to a new eel called Sergeant Early's Jig. So, or is it Sergeant Early's Dream? No, I think that's a different one. Sergeant Early's Jig. So, hope you like it. So there's those two jigs for you. I think my bass drum might be getting a little wonky on me. That time of year where pipes start acting up. But anyhow, I'll try something else for you now. Yeah, so this set was made by Seth Gallagher, and I got it from Pete Fleming, who's a piper and flute player down in Minooka, Illinois. And he just wasn't playing them, and Pete has a farm down there, so I gave him a hand for a while, and I was teaching him there for a while, and gave him some dough, and now they're mine. So I'll try a couple hop jigs for you. This next one, this is one I've been playing a good bit lately, Kukanandi. And then the one after that is the Rocky Road to Dublin. So I'll try these two. So there you go. There's a couple hop jigs. I'm gonna switch now over to the Rosum set, which is, I believe, behaving a little better than these are. And maybe I'll try a slow air for you. And then might play just a couple more, and then I will ask a guest to join me. So let's see here now. Okay, I'll play maybe some jigs. Again, I gotta tune the instrument real quick. Alrighty. Okay, I'll try for you a couple of jigs. So this first one is the Banks of Newfoundland, and then maybe I'll try one after that called Fasten the Leg in Her. All right, so I hope you like them. That's the Banks of Newfoundland and Fasten the Leganer. Okay, I'll play one more for you, just to finish up. This is one I learned from a recording of Leo Rosem. I think they called it Skibbereen, but it's another air by the same melody, different name. So I'll try that one for you, and then maybe a reel, and then I'll have a little guest, and we'll finish up together. Okay, so hope you all enjoyed it. So there you go. There's that air for you. That's on the latest recording of Leo Rosem that came out of the Pipers Club. I think it's Piper's Choice, something along those lines, or Master Pipers. I can't remember which it is, but anyway, I think it's Master Pipers, and you can get that one there. So now anyway, I'm gonna ask my dad to come play a few tunes with me. He's been patiently sitting in the background there. I don't know if you noticed him the whole time, judging silently. So I'll get him to come play a few tunes with me now, and we'll finish up with that. So hope you all enjoyed it. Thanks.
Good stuff, Sean. I just wanted to say, take as long as you want.
Well, in that case, I'm going to get a beer.
Well, I'll go crazy, but you can get a beer if you want.
Yeah. Dad, do you want to say hello to the folks at home?
Yeah.
You'll only see Tom, but there's a good few people listening, so say hello. Here,
At least one or two.
Hello to everybody. Portland, Oregon?
Here, take this.
Oh, no, it's Portland, Maine.
Yep, other side.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, I forgive you.
Well, I should know better because I have an uncle that lives there. My father's brother came to this country in 1910 and was drafted into World War I, and he was in the Navy. He married a French Canadian woman.
As you do.
They had only one son, Seán Gavin, and he lived into his 90s in Windham. Windham?
Wyndham, yep.
A little outside Portland.
Yep. Very close.
Yeah, 8 or 10 miles out. And he's my first cousin just died about 5 or 6 years ago, and he was in his 90s, 95, 96.
Good run.
And his daughter is still alive, Cindy Gavin, but she's Cindy Cassidy. So I wish them all a happy New Year. Hope that they're all keeping well up there. And is it cold up there?
It was fairly chilly today. It's about 25, but pretty windy. So cold wind. It's not too bad yet. We got a ways to go.
Yeah.
I think we have some weather coming tomorrow or the next day, coming from you guys across the country.
I hope Kieran O'Hare and Liz Knowles are listening in up there in Maine.
They may be. I don't know. There's no way for me to know exactly who's listening. I can only see people who comment and people who hit the like button.
I doubt if they're doing any gigs unless they're, doing it on Skype or teaching, probably.
I don't think they're doing much of that at all. They're laying low for right now, as far as I can understand. They might be doing some teaching, I guess.
Oh, it must be nice to have money.
Yeah.
It must be.
I wouldn't know, but I'm assuming it's pretty nice.
Well, it's time for the Guinness. So, I don't know what, we play a couple of tunes and we'll play fiddle first.
Okay. Here, I'll move this up a little bit so you can.
Okay, I'm going to fade out. Enjoy, folks.
Thank you.
Sorry, you probably heard a bit of racket there. It's me moving this microphone. All right. What do you say, Dad? What do we play? Okay. go. What's the first one called? Dooney Rock?
Rock,
That's
I
it.
think.
Yeah.
I think it is called. And then the that's called Knock It Out.
That's it. Yep.
Whoops, wrong way. Good. Will we play one in the box?
Sure. Yeah. Okay. Let's get this back over.
Thanks for having me on.
Oh, thanks
Here.
for being on.
I wanted to say, Mick, it's a great pleasure and an honor to have you on. Thanks for joining us so much.
Thanks.
Sounds great, the two of you. And what do you guys think? You want to hear one more? That's kind of a private joke, but I'm sure they're all cheering now. Emoji clapping.
We're missing just my brother Mike, who was going to be with us tonight, but he cut his finger cooking, so he's unable to join us. Right, the middle finger right on the left hand, so he couldn't play fiddle or a guitar. So
Oh, man.
hopefully,
Just another one of the 2020 traditional music-related injuries going
I
on.
think he'd be all right in a couple of days. He's all right.
That's good. All right, take it away, guys.
What do you want to play, Dad?
And what is it called? The Gypsy Queen?
Princess.
Princess.
She becomes a queen eventually, I think. At the end,
Huh?
she becomes a queen at the end of the tune, I think.
Oh, okay.
Very good.
Polka.
There you go.
Polka.
Can you whistle?
Very nice.
You didn't do a whistle.
I didn't know, but that's okay. Next time.
I think it's very. Thank you very much, Mick. It's great having you. Lovely playing.
My break.
And I think it's very fitting that 2020 goes out on a set of polkas.
Yeah.
What else? What else would it go out on? Well, thanks again, Sean. Thanks for joining us. That was great. Lovely music all around.
Thanks, Tom. Thanks for
Great to
having
meet
me.
your dad and to hear some tunes together. You guys should make a record.
Yeah, well, we just might. We'll see. I don't know.
There's always something special about families playing together. It makes it sound that much
Yeah, the
better.
plan was my brother was going to come join us as well, but like I said, he cut his finger, so
Well, next time,
another time.
maybe-
Yeah.
maybe even in person.
Hopefully, yeah. Hopefully, everybody will get their microchip implants pretty soon here, and we be broadcasting their own Wi-Fi signals around the USA.
No, my partner Jody got it yesterday. She's a healthcare worker, so she got it first, front line. But
Did she grow any scales or anything, or no?
no, she's like,
Oh,
she's
good.
fine. I'm sorry to disappoint all the Q people out there, but she didn't even get a little sick or woozy or tired or anything. Like no problem. So, and now she's impervious to all diseases. I think that's how it works. So.
Yeah, good.
Well,
thanks
yeah,
very
she's
much.
my test case. She gets to go first, and I'll take it in a few months if she's still around.
There you go. That's a good plan.
She's from Wisconsin, so she's tough to kill. And she's laughing at me now. Anyway, great to have you at the end of the series too. That was particularly with you and your dad there at the end. It was a great way to finish this up. I hope everybody out there has enjoyed this to some degree. Remember you can go back and watch all the old ones. I think it's a lot easier on YouTube on the Irish Night at Blue page. Facebook, I think it reverts back to my personal page. If you can't see them, send me a friend request. I rarely deny them. And you can watch them from there too. But YouTube's pretty easy. Just look up Irish Night at Blue. Go back and check them out and let us know. Let me know if you liked them. I hope everybody enjoyed it. I hope the musicians had a good time playing. I had a good time doing them. And it gave me something to do. A reason to pour myself a Guinness once a week anyway.
Yeah.
Not that you really need one. And I hope everybody has a great new year. This last year, I don't think was anybody's favorite. Some of us did worse than others. Some of us hung in there. Some of us were stressed out a lot. A little bit of everything for me anyway. But we all got through it to the end now. Or, well, a lot of us did. Some of us didn't, I guess. The sad part. But, now we're here. We got 2021 to look forward to. So hoping we all can make the best of it. Hoping that includes a lot of Irish music for everybody out there. And, maybe even by mid-year or so, in person, live in a pub somewhere where it should be heard. So that's all I got. You got anything else you want to say to the good people, Sean? You had a lot of good friends on tonight.
Happy New Year. Thanks for tuning in, everybody. I hope you're all doing well. I'm not sure who's there yet, but thanks.
Yeah, you can watch the comments later. As it goes by and respond to everybody. Then I think they might even.
They'll be picking me apart, I'm sure.
Nobody was too mean tonight. Surprising. I was expecting that, but everybody was pretty encouraging. So good stuff. And we'll see you on February 3rd, folks, for Hornpipe Night 4. You don't want to miss it. Come back and join us. Maybe we'll do some more shows next spring if I get around to it. If not, hang in there and let me know how you're doing. And as I always say, it's the last time I get a chance to say it on a public forum. But everybody, just be nice to each other out there. Be kind and be cool, and we'll all get through the last part of this together in fine fashion and come out on the other side, all right? Thanks to Mick and Seán Gavin once again for joining us tonight, giving us some great music. Everybody, take
Cheers,
care.
everybody. All the best. See ya.
Thanks.